TV3 Crafters Corner. My name is Shelly. This week I'm going to give you some ideas on things that you can do with your old denim blue jeans. And I'm going to get started right away because this project takes a little bit of time. What you want to do is take an old pair of blue jeans and you want to cut them into strips about 1 inch wide and about 6 to 8 inches long. And just cutting up the legs works really good because then you got nice long pieces to cut with. And once you get your strips cut, you can just sit in front of the TV and cut a bunch of strips. And then you want to take and turn your piece around and you can see where the white threads go. What you want to do is you want to start cutting across the grain of them just into little tiny strips. And you're just going to end up with a big bowl of little tiny strips of your denim blue jeans. Looks like this. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to have a blender that is just a craft dedicated blender to blend this in. And what you want to do is take your blender and fill it about 3/4 full of water. I didn't fill this quite as high because the first time I did it I had water splattering everywhere. But just fill your blender up halfway, 3/4 full of water, and take a pinch of your denim scraps and put them into your blender. And then what you want to do is you want to just blend it until it pretty much liquefies. And you get kind of a pulp. And then once this is all blended up and you have your pulp, you want to take this and pour it into a strainer. And at this point, you can store this in your refrigerator for up to 6 months, this pulp, like this. Okay, and once you got your pulp in there, you can see how this is blue jeans and it kind of turned into paper once you blended it with water. So once you have it in your strainer and it's straining, you can take another bowl of water and just take another pinch full of your blended material and put it in your bowl of water and just kind of stir it around there until it gets to be like a soupy mixture. And then what you want to do is you want to take a heart cookie cutter or any other shape that you want to use. I've used hearts for this project, but now for like a Halloween, you could use like a Halloween cookie cutter, and you can, because when you're done with these, you can embellish them any way you want. And then what you can do is just take a big pinch of this out of your bowl of water. About 1/4 cupful is what I'm going to be using. And you want to take your cookie cutter and put it on a towel or a stack of paper towels, something that's going to soak up the water underneath, and push your mixture into your cookie cutter so that it's nice and filled out in there. And I'm going to need some more here. If you need more, just swish it around in your water. Take it out and put it into your cookie cutter and just press it into your cookie cutter nice and tight on your towel. You can get quite a few of these projects out of, I only used like a pair of shorts to cut up my denim and I have quite a bit left, so you can get a lot of them out of here. And this basically is just going to be like paper once it dries. It's pretty neat. Push it into your cookie cutter, and once you have it filled up in your cookie cutter, and you have enough in there that you're happy with it, you're going to want to take another towel or some more paper towels and then just push as much of the water out of it as you can. Just keep soaking up the water. And then once you've pushed a lot of water out of it this way, and you can take it off of your towel, and then you're going to want to lay it on a flat surface. So I'm going to put it on the counter here with some paper towels underneath it to soak up some more of the water, and then just keep pressing the water out. And this is going to be like really light colored when it dries. And the darker the denim, the darker your project is going to come out to be, of course. And then once you've got all your water pressed out of there, just take a knife and just go and push around the edges so that you don't have any of the edges sticking up. So it's going to be a nice flat all the way around. And once you have that all pushed in there, then what you can do is you can take it out of your cookie cutter, just press it out. And if you have any like white threads hanging out around it, that's fine. Just let it sit like that and dry, and you can clip them off when you're all done. And then you have your shape here. And then what you can do is you can just put it on a cookie sheet to let it dry out. And then it's going to take about a good 24 to 48 hours for it to dry out. And you'll be able to tell for sure when it's dry because it's going to be nice and light, and it's just very light feeling. And once it's dried, it comes out to be looking like this. And you can see that I have some of the ends here that I want to clip off. And just clean it up all the way around. Now what you want to do is you want to take some water-based varnish, and you're going to want to do the whole thing. And you're going to want to give it like 3 coats, front and back, and also the sides of it. You want to make sure you get the sides because it looks like I have like some openings here in the sides, but once I get my varnish on there, then it just like takes care of all the opening spots that you have in there. So get all your ends first. And what you can do is just put a good coat on the front of it. And you can do this on wax paper too, because then it won't stick to your paper if you have some on the other side. Okay, and once you got the whole thing done, then just let it sit until the varnish dries, then flip it over, do the sides again, and then do the back of it. Okay, and then once it's all dried up, you're going to have one that looks like this. And this has got 3 coats of varnish on it. So this one's all ready to be embellished with however you want. And what you can do to embellish this, and when this is done, it can be a pin for your shirt, or it can be you can put a magnet on the back, and it can be a magnet. And what you want to do is you can just take a thick needle here, and if you want, you can just like take this needle and poke some holes into the bottom here if you want to do some curlicues with the wire and poke in there. Just get your holes started, and you can make some curlicues with your wire. This one I just wrapped around a pencil, and what you can do is just cut it down and poke it into your heart. Or you can do any kind of embellishing that you want. These, and then you can take you can take some of these scrapbooking stickers and use on them, because they can just stick right on there, and then you can just decoupage them on there if you want. I also did one here with, I put a button on here, and then I took my wire and I took my needle and poked my holes in there to get my wire holes in there, and I just attached it on the back here, and then I just put another piece of wire in here. And then this one I just put some little garden accents on there from the scrapbooking stickers, and put a little wire on the bottom there. And you can basically embellish them any way you want, just whatever you think would be fun. And if you have any questions on this project, you can go to lakestv3.com and click on the Just For You page, and the instructions will be on there and the pictures will be on there of this project. And if you have any ideas for me, you can email me at tv3crafterscorner@hotmail.com, and I'll see you next time.